What is up, everyone, and welcome back to another video. Before this video even starts, I just want to say sorry for missing the last couple of videos. I was actually on vacation, and then I got a little sick as well. You can probably still hear it in my voice a bit. But anyway, guys, I'm going to go ahead and just start posting these videos all the time. I'm trying out some new plans, some behind-the-scenes stuff, along with the normal renovation series posted every single Sunday. I've always mentioned I want to get out more videos, so this is going to be another one of those. Let me know what kind of videos you want to see. Do you want me to talk more about the planning, the budget, what else is coming? Just literally leave me video ideas in the comments down below and I will post it. I want to give you guys the exact content you asked for. But without boring you guys, before the video starts, follow all my social media link down below, and let's just jump into this video. Okay, so the first question we have up is how much is the cabin worth? In the last Q&A video, I mentioned what we paid for it and what we suspected it to be estimated at and why we got such a good deal. I can link that video down below, but to get real roughly into it, we paid a little over $600,000, including me and my brother, for this cabin. That seems really steep, but in this area, on this amount of land, this is very cheap, including low property tax and other reasons like that. But to be on 20 acres in a log cabin of this size, it was very cheap, but we're estimating that the cabin is worth around 1.2 million. There's a smaller cabin in the area on half the land that just sold for over $1 million. So we're thinking that we could probably get around 1.2, maybe even a little more if we're lucky, without putting much money into it. So it was like essentially a steal to achieve this. That's why it was on the market for a day, not even honestly, about 7 hours, and we put in an offer. All right, so a question we get all the time is, Kyle, it seems like this renovation's taking longer than usual. Did you go over budget? And the quick answer, the immediate answer is no, we did not go over our budget. Things did take longer than we expected, but we definitely didn't go over our budget. I mentioned before, and I'll probably do a full in-depth video on it. We kind of wanted to flip it at first for maybe putting in like $50,000 to $100,000, and then we fell in love with the property, and we mentioned maybe if it took like $100,000 before we bought it, we took into factor that say it took about 100 grand, maybe 150,000, it would be exactly how we want it, and it could be essentially like a forever home. So the short answer is no, we did not go over the budget, although the house isn't done, there's still a good bit left, and we're pretty firm on exactly what we want to spend, but who knows, maybe we'll extend it if we want something extra. People always mention a pool or something of that nature. Maybe we'll add that in, and maybe that'll take us over the budget, but either way, we're very comfortable with the progress we made for the price of it, and it seems like we should be right on target for exactly what we wanted to spend for this place. The next question I always get is, Kyle, are you going to put an addition on the cabin? In the beginning, I mentioned that we were going to put an addition on the cabin in like probably episode 5 of the renovation series, but as we moved on, I don't think that's going to be something we're interested in. I mentioned in the beginning of the series that the house would be cool if this exact house was mirrored and put right over here. So then you'd have about an 8,000 square foot house, totally symmetrical looking, obviously only one front door, and it would make it closer to the detached garage and the office building as well. But I don't think it's something we're really interested in. You know, it's just gonna be me and my brother probably living here. Maybe in the future it's something we would consider, but as of now, I think we're just gonna be happy with the cabin we have, and it's turned out exactly how we wanted it, so there's really no reason to go ahead and start a whole other project like that. Maybe in the future if it's something you guys would wanna see though. One of the questions we get all the time is mentioning how long was this place abandoned for? Was it abandoned long? Doesn't look like it was. This place looks like it was abandoned for 20 years, and some people say it doesn't even look like it was abandoned. Well, if you go back to the original videos, you can see it was abandoned for a while. When we bought the house, they mentioned that it might have only been about 3 years, but we know that wasn't true. We can go back to see when the last time it was sold. We pretty much suspect that this place could have been abandoned for about maybe 6 years. So it was almost double what they said it was. Also, just to throw this in there, a reason how we do really know that too is because they had security footage on the house rolling. The last footage was from about 2014. So we suspect that if anyone didn't even live here after that, it would be a minimum of 6 years since we bought it, or 6 years from the time we bought it. The next question is not so much of a question. I mean, it is sometimes, but I see this comment all the time in the videos. People mention, I wish I had rich parents to buy the cabin, or Kyle, rich parents bought the cabin. Not so bad for having rich parents who bought you your first house. And we actually laugh when we see that comment because so many people write it, and I don't know if it's, I don't even want to say jealousy. I don't even know what, maybe I think they're just messing with me, honestly, because they're probably like, he posts videos, he can't afford this or he can't buy that. But anyway, I mentioned in my last video, like different streams of income that we have and the deal that we got on this place. So that question is totally blown out of proportion. If I had rich parents to buy me this house, I promise that it would have been finished. The house probably would have been finished about 4 months ago. We wouldn't have ran into all these problems and had such slow, like the last couple videos have been slower with stuff getting done if we had someone just blowing out a budget fueling this place. Sadly, that statement isn't true, although I wouldn't be mad if someone just went ahead and gave me a house like this, did all the work, and said, here, you can have it. Also, if I was gonna have rich parents pay for a house, I promise it wouldn't have been an abandoned house. Probably would have just taken the liberty of getting a mansion and living in this mega mansion on even more land. I just kind of felt the need to talk about that question maybe a bit longer because I see it so often in the comments, and it was like, you should feel so lucky that so-and-so bought this. And it's funny that people leave comments like that without really knowing what's going on. And those same people that write those comments, I see them back in like every single video. People think I don't read the comments, but I make videos like this, I have to read the comments, and I try to answer back to almost everybody. But yeah, I see them, they always repetitively comment it. And it's not just one person, it's not just 10 people, it's a lot of people. So I felt the need to kind of hunker down on that question because I promise you, if some rich people went ahead and bought this place and gave it to me, I feel like it would have been done way faster, and we wouldn't be talking about the budget so much in a lot of these videos. Although we're still right on target, there wouldn't be a budget and this place would have been done, and it wouldn't have been friends doing the work at cost that we all have work around our house. It would have been major companies that come out and knock the job out in a day instead of waiting weeks for something to happen. This is a huge question we get all the time. I feel like I honestly mention this in like weekly, but it's a question that has been written so many times in the comments. I have it written down here, but it's, Kyle, when are you going to be able to move in? And that question pretty much goes hand in hand with when is the house going to be finished, I feel like. But we can move in right now. There's bedrooms that are done that we can move into with, and we have slept here. I've slept here a bunch of nights. We actually slept here when it was like almost abandoned. We didn't even care. It was like everything was ripped out. We decided to sleep here. But yeah, now we even have like just a spare bed in that room, like in my room. It obviously isn't finished yet, but we kind of just have some furniture thrown around. An official move-in date, I don't think is gonna happen until everything is done, not including the basement. Everything will probably be done by August. Now that doesn't mean the renovation series is over. Like I mentioned, we're gonna go into the basement, and we also have things like the deck that I repetitively say has got to get done, and we're yet to get it done. That'll be a huge thing. We also have to finish the office and the detached garage, and I'm also going to move into probably building a separate little log cabins, maybe somewhere on the property, maybe by hand, to try to see if I could do it. Let me know if you guys would be interested in that, like an off-the-grid type little house on the property. But as far as when the house is going to be finished, I'm sure we have another year's worth of content here, putting in the work and grinding and trying to totally redo this place. And to pretty much wrap this video up with the last question, Kyle, did you spend your life savings on this house? Or I always see you spent all this money on an abandoned house, let alone an abandoned log cabin. I get this question a ton. Did I spend my life savings on this house? And it's like a yeah, no question. Me and my brother dumped in a bunch of money on this house. Clearly this, if you guys know the series, me and my brother went in on this place. But I guess the answer would also be yeah, like did I spend my life savings? I didn't spend my life savings. It's not like everything went into this house. If it were to fail, I'd be absolutely homeless, or like broke. But yeah, we put in a bunch of money on this place. It was really for the land at first. The house kind of came second. We didn't know if we were going to demolish it or if it was able to be saved or if we were going to build another place. But yeah, pretty much, I guess you could technically say I spent a ton of money on this house. But we're happy with how it turned out. Everything turned out great. It's worth way more than what we got it for. We knew that going into it. So it was kind of like, not put everything on the line and just send it and try to make sure it's worth that extra money. We kind of knew what it would be worth going into it, and it turned out to be a profitable situation either way. Even if we didn't want to live in the house, it would have been profitable. If we want to live in the house, it will still be profitable down the line because this place is worth way more than what we got it for. But essentially, yeah, 20 acres of land in this part of Pennsylvania with a 4,000 square foot house, detached garage, and the office building that's about, I don't even know, 1,200, 1,500 square foot on all this land. yeah, it was worth it. I think we spent a lot of money on it. We're like totally off the grid back here. I'd love to be on 100, 1,000 acres, but 20 acres is definitely good for us. This is a first home for me. So if you guys know my normal channel, I explore abandoned places all over the world. I bought this place, started renovating it. It was totally abandoned. We renovated it, and we're still in the process of renovating it, hence all just the random stuff here. But yeah, to be in total seclusion back here makes you feel like you're not even around the world and just tucked away into this little cabin, feeling like you're in the middle of nowhere. All right, everyone, I think that's gonna wrap this video up. If you guys enjoyed, please like, comment, subscribe. We're so close to 200,000 subscribers. I kind of been slacking on the videos, and I apologize for that. But guys, we're so close to 200,000 subscribers. If you're new here, click the red button and subscribe. So many people think they're subscribed when they're really not. Also, be sure to follow me on all my social media, link down below. I love you guys. Thanks for the constant support, and I will see you in the next video. Later.